First, how much you have already lost of you not applying since MCO 1.0 started. Okay. Second is, how much are you going to be able to get after today's session? You will know clearly after this. Thirdly, how can we, JobEarn Global, assist you in the application of subsidies, grants, and SME loan? Next, very importantly, how much does our service cost? And last, what is so special? What is the special offer that we'll be offering today? Okay. Next. Okay. So very quickly, and I think some of you might want to take a screenshot about this. You can do, but if you are not taking the screenshot, I'll be sending you a free version of grant checking list after this as well. So whether or not you're screenshotting this is not so important, but please be aware of the colors that I have put onto these sheets. Okay, first green, second yellow, and third blue. I will tell you the reason why am I coloring this in this sequence. There is a specific reason one. Okay. Next. Okay. In order to get yourself prepared for this session, you need two things with you. First, paper and pen. Second, calculator. Because together, we are going to calculate how much you have not gotten and how much you are going to get. So just a very quick fingers exercise. I would like to know how many active users are here in this session. So if you are here, please quickly type a 1. Give me a 1 so that, yes, Simon, thank you. Sandy, Teo Him Hong, thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, Charles, of course you are here. You are the MC. Fong Yi Liang. Yeah, Roxanne. Oh, Roxanne, you are here. Thank you so much. William. Okay, Haswani. Okay, I hope you will enjoy the session. Of course, for those who are saying hi to me over Facebook, I cannot see you over here, but no worry. The experience will be a bit different, but the lesson learned will be almost the same. Okay, very quickly. So PSU, if you have a paper with you, you can jot down the numbers that I have already circled. So this is to tell you that since MCO1 started, in the April itself, April 2020, the government is actually starting to subsidize the business owners like everyone here. So what are they offering? They're offering a 6 months wage subsidy. Okay, used to be 1,002, but slowly become 600 ringgit. PSU2, there is a 3 months additional. Okay, so in total, PSU1, PSU2 already 9 months of subsidy. Just remember the 9 months and write down on your paper. Okay, PSU 3.0. Yeah, by the way, PSU some people call WSP, which stands for Wage Subsidy Program. For PSU 3.0, it's a 1 month wage subsidy for all the sectors. Okay, of course, we are not going into very specific sectors in our scenario. And the next, PSU 3.0. Okay, during June, that time when the government is not so stable. Okay, so there is this 1 month extra wage subsidy given to all the sectors under the Pemerkasa Plus. Okay, and lastly, at this point of time, the one that you can still apply is only PSU 4.0. So a very quick calculation, how much you have already lost for not starting to apply anything since MCO 1.0. 6 months plus 3 months, 9. Plus 1 month, 10 months. Plus 1 month, 11 months. And unfortunately, it is 11 months. Just a very quick mathematics. You times, the government subsidizes you 600 ringgit per month, which is equivalent to 6,600 ringgit per employee. Okay, so if you have 5 employees, you times it, it is something like 8 to 10,000 already. Okay. Yeah, that was the first one, PSU, or the so-called WSP 1.0 to date 4.0. This thing called hiring incentive is the second one that I'm going to tell you, okay, for you to do also a very quick calculation, okay. This hiring incentive is like this. Today, if I am to hire someone and I pay you, okay, since Haswani is here, okay, so Haswani, today if Eric is to hire you as a boss to hire you, 5,000 ringgit per month, okay, the government will eventually subsidize me 40% out of this 5,000, which is equivalent to 2,000 ringgit. Okay, for 6 months. How much is it? 2,000 times 6 months.
It's about 12,000.
Yes, it's a 12,000 of subs just on one employee that I hire.
Wow, it's a good number.
Young, because you are below 40 years old. I believe below 40 now. Okay, below 40 years old.
You sure?
So the government will actually reimburse you or so-called subsidize you 40%. If one day I were to hire someone who is aged 40 to 60 years old, then I can actually claim back 60%, which is 3,000 ringgit times 6 months, 18,000, 18,000 just because of me hiring you into my company. Okay, hiring incentive will last until when? A question from Simon. Last until the application you need to submit before 31st of December 2021. Okay, I have 12 minutes left and I just started like 10% of my slides. Okay, so a quick one about myself. I'm the founder come the CEO of my own company, Secretary of JCI Seremban, Secretary of POMM Negeri Sembilan, Secretary of Negeri Sembilan Teochew Association Youth, Deluxe Sex Channels DTC winner, ACCA Best Presenter, MIGPA Business Challenge, and lastly, I'm also a King Scout. Okay, so MDEC digitalization grant. It was briefly explained by someone from CDEC earlier on. So the criteria is almost similar, just that MDEC covers the entire Malaysia. So you might not need to have the address, your business address in Selangor itself. You can apply for this grant. Okay. And what does it cover? It covers you the same criteria as compared to CDEC. So POS system, HR system, you do digital marketing, procurement, remote working, e-commerce, and etc. Okay, industry forward grant. It is something not so, it's something more complicated in terms of application process, as well as the phases that they have. So first of all, this is more relevant if you are running a manufacturing company. Okay, if you come to you can apply to go for the readiness assessment, which means for someone to come to your factory and audit your company, telling you that, okay, you are ready to go for Industrial 4.0, and these are the few things that you can do. After that, taking this report itself, you can apply for the second phase of grant called business intervention, or people usually call it intervention fund. In this intervention fund, the government will subsidize you to carry out the activities that being proposed or recommended in the readiness assessment. So without doing the readiness assessment, you cannot apply for this grant. And this grant is 70% matching grant from the government, which means 100,000 ringgit project, you pay 30,000, government pays 70,000 for you. Okay, this is a bigger grant which allow you to invent or innovate something that is needed in the social community. Okay, means you are designing something to solve some problem in the community. Surprisingly, a lot of UiTM students actually they know about this grant since when they are still a student. So very surprisingly, one day when I joined this session with these students, right? I said, wow, even my dad, 50 something years already in this world, he has never come across this kind of innovation grant or so-called the incentive from the government to even you have only idea, okay? Okay, you have only idea, you can look at the TRL, TRL stands for Technology Readiness Level. Even after you have the idea, you work out some formula, then you can take this formula and start applying already. And the amount is not small. You see, the amount is starting from 500,000. Okay, imagine if you are a student or if you just graduated not so long ago from the university and you get this fund and work on the project that you're working for, instead of forking out your own money, you take government's money, do lab tests, do market research, and buy the relevant equipments. You can claim all this money from the government, not to fork out your own money. Okay, I have 8 minutes left. Congratulations. Market Development Grant, it has been in the market for a long time and it's very straightforward. I'm not going to touch this deeply. Since 2002 is already there and the lifetime limit is 300,000. It is for you to take part in the exhibition overseas to promote the Malaysia-made products. Very straightforward. Okay, Gameland, regardless how you are going to name it or call it, it is a grant provided by the government for you to promote the tourism industry in Malaysia. Okay, up to 500,000 ringgit. If you are, since the time is a limitation over here, if you are interested to know more about this grant, we can talk after the session. Business Accelerator Program 3.0. It is open beginning of September, 1st of September, until 30th of September, which is this month. The entire process will start from you applying a CGIL TKS or SME certificate from SME Corporation. And this certificate might take you a little bit of time because a few of my clients actually went to apply for this manually. When I say manually, is you need to download the forms, fill up, resubmit, and then they will not get back to you even if you are, even if they stop you somewhere, which means maybe the figures that you're putting is not so relevant. The number of employees you accidentally key in wrongly, they will not tell you until you log into the website. Only you can see, start here already. Since when it start here? If you never go back to an account and check, you'll never know. Okay, next. Yeah, smart automation grant kind of relevant or similar as compared to BAP. It is something where allow you to claim at a very wide scope of reimbursement of expenses. Okay, I do not have enough time to show you here, but after this, we have more time, then we go to our private room, also go to the breakout room so that I can explain you a little bit more. I just want to tell you there is this grant open and available for you to apply. SAG is from MDEC. Just now the one was from SME Corporation. So for MDEC, it didn't require you to go through process 1, process 2 until process 3. What you need to do for this SAG is to fill up the Excel application form that they have. Tell them what you are planning to do. As long as those things that you are planning to do is related or resulting your company in increasing in revenue, more sales, or reduce costs, or reduce time, reduce manpower hours, or even to get more sales, sales channel, or the new sources of growth, is okay. You can write down. Whether or not they approve is another thing. You can write down first, okay? And you can claim up to 200,000 just within this SAG itself. But do note that the project time that the government give you is only 1 month. So it's very big difference as compared to BAP. BAP allow you to claim even if in the past or upcoming 6 months you are going to do something, you can propose, and if it's approved, you can claim. As simple as this. So you will say, hey, since there are so many, usually why people don't apply? Then I tell you, this is my, after a few customers that I've asked, not to say a few, some customers that I asked, the reply is this: because I don't know about grant, I don't know how to apply. I've already asked my account to apply. The HR say, rejected or stuck somewhere. but they never tell you where it start one. Apply already, but no news. Of course, no news, because you are not following it up. Closing date is too close, like the BAP and SAG. So for us, we know it since the very beginning or even in August already, so that we got time to prepare before even the grant is open. So, and lastly, business people usually focus doing sales. Applying this grant is only a bonus for me. So they never even bother to apply. Okay. I thought I have more time to explain about this Service Export Fund because it is very interesting in terms of today. Very quickly, today if you go overseas to tender a project, you can claim your air flight, you can airfare, you can claim your hotel fee, your food, your tender project document 100%. Okay, remember, this is very special and it surprised me. 100% you can claim back from the government. And second thing, which is it surprised me is the government actually say they will 100% reimburse your claim if you were to open a commercial office overseas so that to provide your service there. So it's up to 200,000 ringgit and it is 100% reimbursable expenses. And another 2 minutes left. Come back to this. Screenshot it. Okay, let me tell you the reason I highlight in green. Green is something that almost all the companies can apply one. Green in color. Remember, if you did not or have never come across any of these green colors one, you ask your HR or you screenshot this to your HR. Make sure you tell them this one probably, I can apply, so please help to apply. Okay, yellow one. Yellow is relevant if you are only in specific industry or you're planning to do some action which allow you to claim for that one. And lastly, the blue one are those closing this month end. So those I highlighted in blue. Services that I have. Let's go to these slides better. Okay, so I have two groups of clients. One is only a member client. Second is my job associate. So for the member client, if you register with me, right, you get the free update of available grants. You see I highlighted in red. Available grants means whatever grant that I know I see, I will give you an update whether or not it's relevant to you. So that, because it's free of charge. So after I do a standard one, I just forward to everyone. If you are a job associate, I will provide you the applicable grants and tell you this is the FAQ, this is the criteria, this is the form, and this is the sites where you should go and submit your form. Engagement fee, if you are a normal member, 1,000 ringgit I will charge you before even I start to send you anything. Okay, engagement fee, so that to prevent people from all around the world just shoot me a question asking me something that might not be even relevant. Okay, and checking for forms until submission. So with my service, I will make sure once we started this submission, right, once we started filling up the forms, I will make sure your staff will submit the form, and after submitting, the submission will be followed up and eventually tell you how much already approved, how much not yet approved, what else to be done for the grants to be approved, and etc. This is the difference. And for job associate, I charge only 25%, and for job member, 30%. So what's so special about today? Usually the charge for job associate is 500 ringgit, if you can still remember this, 500 ringgit per month. But because of BOeX, because of Eden, because of Venture Grab, please allow me to extend 1 minute. Because of Venture Grab, it is 250 ringgit per month. If you pay for 5,999 for a period of 2 years. So it's a one-off charge for 2 years. It is equivalent to like if you hire one person just to be staying in front of the laptop to check or to update you the applicable grants. 1 month maybe is 2,000 ringgit already if you were to hire someone. But then for this one, for 6,000 ringgit, for the 16 million ringgit worth of grant, I think it's more than worthy. Okay, with this 6,000 ringgit, I will be following up and continue updating you regarding the future grants, which those graphs that I've just showed everyone, it's not all that we have, but due to the 20 limits limitation, I can only go through this few. And referral bonus is something that I can offer because this event is all about licensing, providing business opportunity, allow people to make more money after attending this BOeX. So we will go through more during the breakout session. And this is my contact, very quick one. If you want to screenshot. If you want to scan the QR code to directly access me via WhatsApp, please feel free to do so. Thank you so much and sorry for exceeding the time given.